Morning, friends. It's Sherry, the homespun wife. I'm getting ready today to go out and visit one of my best friends. Today is her birthday, and we are having a brunch at her work together, and I'm very excited to be heading out. But before I get started, I really need my morning coffee. And I think I told you that I use a Keurig. It's the original, I guess that would be called the 1.0. It's not the newest one. And the reason that I have it is that my mom had it, and my brother bought her the brand new one for Christmas. He bought her the 2.0, and so she asked me, did I want to have this one? Now we've had two Keurigs in the past, but both of them tore up within, I would say, one maybe 14 months and one maybe 18 months of purchase. And that's just not a very good value because these machines are $100 or up to $200. And so, when you purchase one, you really want it to last more than a year or a year and a half. After the second one, and we threw it away, we're just like, we're going back to the original coffee maker. We're not going to have one of these K cup type machines anymore. It's just not worth it. But my mom gave me hers last Christmas, and she had had it for probably a year. And now I've had it almost a year, and it has been working wonderfully well. And the only issue that I have with these Keurig machines is that it can be a little bit costly to make one cup of coffee at a time. Those little tiny cups that you find to go in your machine, let's see, these little things that you buy, they are pricey. Now this one came from Aldi. You can get 12 in a box for $4.99. That's where I typically get mine. But if you want a different brand or to try a different flavor, which is one of the joys of having the Keurig, then you go out to Walmart to purchase a box of another type, and wow, they're $13.98 and $12.98 for 18 K cups, and it's just very expensive. And so, in an effort to find a way to be a little bit more frugal while still using this machine, I found these little filters. I'm going to show them to you, and it will save you a lot of money, even if you don't use this every day. If you just incorporate this a few times a week, you'll find yourself saving money. And you'll also find that when you run out of these little cups, you'll still be able to have coffee in the morning.
What I was able to find at Walmart was this Brew and Save K Cup, a reusable type filter for the Keurig. As you can see, it's very lightweight. It has the little mesh right here that allows the water to flow through. It has a fill line right here to show you where to fill your coffee to. And then as you close this up, it has the little indentation up top where your Keurig will shoot water through it. And then all you do is take this out, dump the grounds out, wash it really well, and you're ready for tomorrow. So I bought two of these. These were $4.92. Now that is not really cheap, but when you consider how much each one of those K cups cost that's already prepared, and to know that you're going to be able to use this over a very long period of time, it certainly will end up being a money saver. Now, you could put your coffee directly down in here and make coffee. It would work fine, and just rinse it out and start all over the next day. But one of the added features that you can use with this is a paper filter that's made especially for this little cup. And what that paper filter does is it keeps the grounds from sipping through any of the little wire that's here, and it keeps it all contained in this cup. And it's actually beneficial for your machine because over time, all of the little things that actually slip out of, I don't know what you'd call it, debris that slip out of this cup will get down into your machine and clog it up and make it more likely to mess up and not be able to work, and maybe not be able to be repaired. So the goal is to keep your machine working, but to get by with less money in making your coffee in the morning. So I went ahead and picked up some of these paper filters, even though I felt like they were very expensive. It was $6, and I can't remember if it was 43 cents or 63 cents for these paper filters, and there are 100 in that box. And so, that's a little added expense that you'll have to tack into the price. of your cups. Now, like I say, you could go ahead and use it without the paper filter, but I decided, since I have not always had the best of luck with the Keurig being a long-lasting machine, that I would use the filters this time and just see how that does. Now, I bought 2 of these, one for me and one for my husband, and then I bought a box of 100 filters, and so together these 2 things I think were around $17. So as you see, not an inexpensive not an inexpensive process. However, if I went and bought one of those really good, nice boxes of K-Cups that have the specialty flavors, like, mint donut or whatever, that would have probably cost me $13.98 or $14.98. And so if you consider those maybe 12 or 15 cups of coffee are going to be gone, and yet these materials that I have bought, I'm going to be able to use over and over and over again, then you can see it's not too bad of an investment. Now here I have my caramel nut fudge coffee, and it smells wonderful, and I'm just simply going to take this coffee, I'm going to spoon it into this up to near where that fill line is underneath my filter, and I will show you what that looks like when I'm finished. All right, so there is the coffee up to the line in this little cup, and I'm going to push this filter down just a little bit from the top, and it might be all right, but I'm going to push it down just a smidge so I can get this closed really good. And you can see that it's closing up. I've learned trying to do things one-handed is very difficult when you're filming with one hand and then trying to operate everything else with the other hand. It can be a challenge, so forgive me when I don't always get everything right into the camera. But there we go. There it is. Now, I'm going to sit my coffee cup. This is my coffee cup that I use just about every morning. And one special thing about it, it has a teeny tiny chip right here that it got years ago. And it just makes it wonderfully imperfect like I am. And I'm going to lift this up. I'm going to take out my husband's previous cup. I'm going to sit this one in. Now, one thing you need to remember is the hinge to this cup, the back of where it opens, it needs to face backwards. So this, and it'll actually tell you if you can see it, back right here, and then this part is forward. Okay, so we're going to close it up, and we're going to brew. As you can see, it sounds and operates normally just like any other K-Cup would. And you're using regular coffee. Now, I think one of the things that I would really love about this is in the fall season when they have certain specialty coffees in the bag, such as pumpkin spice or, peppermint mocha or something like that, then you could certainly pick that up in a larger size bag and then use that on and on throughout the whole, holiday season, the winter time, whatever specialty coffee time that you like to use. I know that I could use the peppermint spice, or no, the pumpkin spice all through the winter months, all the way up to spring, because I really love that flavor. Okay, there it goes. It's finished up. I'll show you the cup up here at the top. Here's what it looks like. It's really hot. When we open this up, I'm sure the grounds are going to be down in there. You can see how dark that is. They're down in there. And I will just pull that paper filter straight out and throw it in the trash. So there's what this cup looks like when it's opened. It took both hands because let me warn you that it's extremely hot when it comes directly out of the machine. It leaves a little well down in the middle. And really can't see the filter that much right now. But I will dump that out and wash it out. And then here's the coffee. It looks and smells wonderful. I'm going to put me some cream in there, and I'm going to be ready to have some coffee before I leave home this morning.
I was going to try to break down the exact cost and expense of each cup of coffee, but it's kind of tough to do because it depends on how long you keep your reusable filters, whether or not you use your paper filters, how much you purchase your coffee for, and then how much that entire bag of coffee will make up in terms of cups. It can really be boggling to the mind to try to figure out exactly how much you're saving per cup. But it's quite a bit. I can tell you that this large bag of coffee that I have right here is going to last a really long time. And I'm not going to have to constantly be running to the store buying those small prepared cups. And so that the convenience of it is going to be especially wonderful for me, because I hate running out and knowing, I need to go get K-cups for coffee in the morning. And then when you go, if you buy just maybe like 30 cups, you're going to spend $30 or $25. And that just is just crazy to think about spending that kind of money to have a cup of coffee. So, bearing that in mind, remember that you can find ways to be frugal, and in any ways that you can, give it a try and see if you like it. If you don't, you can always go back to using the K cups. You know, sometimes when we try frugal things, maybe try a frugal brand, and we don't like it, we get discouraged. But just keep trying. Um, you know, at one time, my husband was insistent on having name brand toilet paper. He just did not want to have toilet paper that wasn't name brand. So for a lot of years, we made it a priority that we would be frugal on everything else, but we would buy his favorite brand of toilet paper. Now we have found a comparable brand that he really, really likes, and it is generic, and so it has saved us a lot of money. But until we found that, we just continued to use the name brand. And there's some things that you're really tied to. Perhaps it's a name brand of detergent or a particular name brand of cooking item that food preparation that you like. Maybe it's Dole bananas, or maybe a particular brand that you like, and you've tried other things and nothing really compares. Well, that's okay. Don't quit trying new things, um, and, uh, and if you need to go back to just using the name brand, that's okay. But if we can find small ways to be frugal, even pennies makes a difference when we're talking about financial savings. I think that's one of the big things that people struggle with, is they don't realize that it's not about saving huge chunks of money. You're much better off to consistently and regularly save small amounts of money and do it with what you can and what you have, because in the end, those small amounts of money really do add up. And that's the way we have lived our lives, especially in the last few years, being mindful of even just the small things that add up financially. And we have noticed it's helped us a lot, to cut back wherever we can, wherever we're able. So I hope this tip has helped you. I pray God blesses you. Thanks to all of my new subscribers. Wow, I've been so blessed to see the numbers go up. And I thank all of my longtime subscribers that have been leaving comments and just encouraging me and giving me suggestions. I really appreciate you, and I pray that God blesses you today. See you soon. Bye bye.